5 foods to eat to prevent a yeast infection. The foods we eat have a huge effect on our health, and oftentimes, most disease and illness is created or cured by the food that we eat. There are foods to eat to prevent a yeast infection as well. Here is a list of 5 foods to eat to prevent a yeast infection. Though the list isn't a complete list, it's a good start. The foods are listed more in groups of foods than particular foods to eat. The first of 5 foods to eat to prevent a yeast infection are vegetables. You want to eat vegetables high in fiber and low in starch. Broccoli, celery, radishes, and asparagus are just a few. There are other vegetables that fit into the list. Potatoes, Brussels sprouts, corn, and peas are examples of vegetables that are high in starch and should be avoided. The second of 5 foods to eat to prevent a yeast infection are different types of roots. These include foods such as onions, garlic. Both are fantastic antifungals. Other roots include ginger root, cabbage, broccoli, turnips, and kale, even though cabbage and broccoli are not actual roots. The third kind of foods to eat to prevent a yeast infection are high-protein foods such as antibiotic-free fish, fowl, nuts, seeds, and eggs. Before eating nuts and seeds, spray all nuts and seeds with a solution of 15 to 30 drops of grapefruit seed extract in 2 cups of water, and spray or soak them for a few minutes to remove any molds or fungus that may be present. The fourth type of foods to eat to prevent a yeast infection include complex carbohydrates such as rice, beans, millet, amaranth, quinoa, and buckwheat. These types of carbohydrates are absorbed into the body and used as energy much easier and more efficiently. Simple carbohydrates such as breads and pastas are converted directly into sugar, and yeast infections thrive and feed on sugar. The fifth type of foods to eat to prevent a yeast infection are certain types of fruits such as papaya, pineapple, grapefruit, and all types of berries. Some fruits need to be avoided due to the amount of natural sugar in them. Dried or candied fruits are a great example of what you should avoid. Now, lemons, limes, and some citrus fruits are great. Even though they are naturally acidic, they become alkalines when metabolized in the body and help balance your pH level, which helps cure disease, illnesses, and infections. Other acceptable foods are seafoods and sea veggies, olive oil, eggs, mayonnaise, white rice, soy, and vegetable pastas, some citrus fruit, herbal teas, and unsweetened cranberry juice. To learn more about yeast infections and the Candida fungus and how to cure it and avoid it, visit www.amazingsuperdiet.com.